We are about to get some new Pokemon with this year's Halloween Part 1 event, and I'm really excited to talk about this because every year, Halloween tends to be one of the best times to play Pokemon Go. So today, we're going to be talking about this Part 1 event and why you should be excited about it. Alright, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So we gotta talk about part 1 of this year's Halloween festivities. Of course, every single year, they split off the Halloween event into 2 separate events, and one event typically involves introducing brand new Pokemon, and the next event involves a whole bunch of other goodies. But this year, it looks like they're going to be kicking off with a brand new Pokemon, and there's going to be some really solid bonuses that's going to get you extra candies. So let's talk about this event, and then afterwards let me tell you why you should be excited about it. This year's Halloween 2025 Part 1 event is going to be happening from October 21st at 10 o'clock a.m. local time until October 27th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time. The reason why it's going to be ending at 10 o'clock a.m. on October 27th is because directly after this, we're going to be getting Part 2. Now, the featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Sinistcha, but also Poltchageist as well as Sinistcha. These are Pokemon that are going to be making their debut with this event, and I think they are pretty exciting for the most part. Now, regarding the new Pokemon, Poltchageist is going to be the basic form, and Sinistcha is going to be the evolved form. In order to get Sinistcha, you just need 50 candies of Poltchageist, and you'll be able to evolve it to get yourself a Sinistcha. Now, in regards to this year's event bonuses, this could actually be a little bit controversial, but they're actually going to be tied to the Go Pass, which, depending on what milestone you reach in the Go Pass, you're going to get various rewards. For example, if you reach Tier 1 of the milestone, you're going to have a double catch candy bonus, and if you have the deluxe version of the Go Pass, you're going to get 3 times the amount of candy for every Pokemon you catch. And if you reach the Tier 2 milestone, you're going to have an increased chance for getting Candy XL with Nice Throws or better, and if you reach Tier 3, you're going to get double the amount of candy whenever you transfer Pokemon, and you're also going to get an increased chance to get Candy XL whenever you transfer Pokemon. And if you have the deluxe version of the Go Pass, you're going to get 3 times the amount of candy whenever you transfer Pokemon, and you're going to have an even greater chance to get Candy XL whenever you transfer Pokemon. Next up, let's talk about the wild encounters. So, in the wild, you're going to be able to see Zorua, Hisuian Zorua, as well as Greavard, as well as an uncommon spawn rate of Sinistcha. And they did say that there's going to be more spawns during this event, so do keep that in mind. And then in 1-star raids, you're going to see Galarian Yamask, Sinistcha, as well as the new Pokemon Poltchageist. And then 3-star raids, you're going to see Alolan Marowak, Hisuian Typhlosion, and Hisuian Samurott. And then in Shadow Raids during this event, this is actually quite interesting, you're going to be able to get Shadow Yamask as well as Shadow Phantom. And then in terms of field research task rewards, you will want to keep this in mind. You're going to be able to get Sableye, Yamask, Zorua, Hisuian Zorua, Litwick, Vullaby, Phantom, as well as Spiritomb. And considering that Spiritomb is one of those Pokemon you could only get during Halloween, this is going to be your opportunity to pick it up, and if you're lucky, maybe even a shiny version. You're also going to be able to get Mega Energy for Gengar, Houndoom, Sableye, Banette, as well as Absol. Alright, so one thing that admittingly might rub players the wrong way is that they announced once again that Mimikyu is not going to be a part of this event. I think a lot of players have been waiting for that Pokemon to finally get released, and yes, it is a little bit disappointing that once again it's not going to be a part of this year's Halloween, but just keep in mind that this is part 1, and there is a possibility that Mimikyu might be introduced with part 2, but for now, it looks like they're going to be putting a lot of emphasis on these new Poltchageist Pokemon, which, yeah, I think that's quite interesting. But speaking of this new Pokemon, I think it's really cool that they're going to be introducing something new with this year's Halloween Part 1, because typically they save a new Pokemon for Part 2. At least for the last couple of years, it seems that was the pattern. But I am excited about this. I think it's going to be a really good time, and definitely for the sake of farming up candies, I think this is going to be a very important event. And when it comes to certain ghost types and certain dark types that typically come out during the Halloween season, I think having these candy bonuses are going to be quite important. The one other thing that I will want to mention is that it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of wild spawns, which is also very interesting because typically with Halloween Part 1, they usually load it with a whole bunch of different Pokemon spawns that are ghost types and dark types, but this year it's going to be quite few. At least, it looks like that way with these infographics, and there is a possibility that they might add more spawns to this event that they're just not listing. But we'll just have to wait and see. At the very least, I'm still really excited about this event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding this Halloween event down below. Do you feel like this is really exciting, or do you feel like Niantic missed the mark? Do you feel like they could have added more wild spawns? Do you feel like there's other things they could have done? Definitely share your thoughts down below, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget the notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you can do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, opening and sending gifts, different things like that. If you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you're always welcome to do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see right now on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and that'll be a huge help to my channel as well. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all in the next one.